AP Radio 105. AP Radio 105.7.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
You're listening to AP Radio.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
AP Radio 105.7.
You're listening to AP Radio.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
AP Radio 105.7. You're listening to AP Radio.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
AP Radio 105.7.
AP Radio 105.7.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
AP Radio 105.7. You're listening to AP Radio.
AP Radio 105.7.
Action Power TV, the way of salvation.
You're listening to AP Radio. AP Radio 105.7.
This program is sponsored by Kino Computers and Ella Rain Vesture.
Numre adeba APTV and radio 105.7 kasafide so ensamodo asese yeman mu ene amanwodo so ene numre brei mu yakeka abomo na yedeba so mo yansam no de edi mu akotene bi eni so afọ abede chiro sha kwani yebede ensam so agina ban na nemo Agyemang 100 a womode ebeboa wakwani abede ensemo Sanso ane yekọ manye tifiri famu amanebo anese White Volta River no na sedi ebubu faso na msoma akuafo a won mu bemben ho no won madwuma esei Center for Social Justice won mu yekuo bi omuhwese nipa tena yemonia mabekoyie no won mo epe enhyehye pa ban no betumi afaso na eba no sikasam ane dwadie mu nsam a yatumi ama obi adwadifo won mo dwom nyina atumi anya wo mo chefa Sanso ana US mampani ade atudwa se won mo kọ akwakotu uranium ade free Iranfo ekuro nim nyina no kan hyehye pa wo mo de bu asomdwe no Dodo no aka ye ho ne yede so mo se no si abremu kase bo news.apmedia.gh.com hona benya online stories no in Facebook and YouTube handle ni APTVGH TikTok Instagram ena X intenten fidie no AP_media_gh ko follow yen subscribe to yen channel no na fei ye video se wo like wa share no comment ama bibia so atumi akoye medin ene boss lady Afia Kyem Agyemang. Safopani awada Action Power Faith Ministries ya no Dr. Kokudazi FM. Nenkyerɛkyerɛ enkwaje kwan ya wo ma ya hu ability to see kwan befa so ani ebetumi hu no niema pii kwasiada no pa bia no nso en wode brayen ewo yenkasa fide so. Dr. FM akyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ nipa pii wo hɔ a honhom mu niema ehu no enya no na ye wo mu hu ɛsɛ obi se wo no nyame sofo no esutumi ode ye adwuma kwagye de afiri adamo ne ho no. Dr. Ephraim ene chire mu sese nipa wo botesa no wo munim na ada wo mu de wo ho atomo esanse wo no ada mo ne no de tumi ama wo no ebedu bebe obeja wase kwan mu ama ne ya nipa eboje osi ye we nyame nipa na we nyame difo no ada mo ne twe san firi wachi a ena be hu sese oloko bi eje eno ena Dr. Ephraim ma hu sunsun so eno ye bone wo ho a asotwe kese nyame ede be ma nipa dodo a wo motesa
so madamoni nese nipa fufuro bia onu susu wa wo mutumi kro na bi to hye so a adamoni no beyiwama beyiwama ama nipa no a onu susu wa wo mutumi kro na bi no akun we eni adamoni yima e amu yi nipa ma enunti ene yese ubesom Awurade nyame tumfo enunti na yese ubesom Awurade nyame tumfo no sa usom Awurade nyame tumfo a onja wo wo ahokyere eni amaninya bremo no onja wo odi obehye ni nyunu ase na obeguso ani wo se wiase mu mfie no to betwa na oguso ara wo afibo ono kwa ele yeni papa ni trimu nya den se ahomboni nyame ani nje abrofo no a wo mu eye ebibifo basabasa no eho eno nti na nye se wodi abrofo be ye nhweso ama Awurade nyame somo nyame nti se nipa da se ni otene na oyodo we na nyame pese wo se adamon betumi aka nipa bi so wo ma yetrimodi sempatia na onu de oye
anu achoi ana Dr. Kokudazi Efrebecha yensa yenhwe nipa kuo bi so na yemfa ensum nyame tese de nkofo bi firi omu krom kopie mu ewa monone a na omo trasa abrofo kro omo de nyamsom ba ye hwesa ne omo som ho na akodi wo mu momachi wei aye ensam ho ekokobo ema wo mu from se Christopher se emfa ho ne baabi abekwa akoduro se de wo nyamsom Bible kira wo se osi esom no sa kwan no a ene sese ofaso
se wo de Awurade Yesu Kristo ade ne nko akan eye nhweso a onyam fomso demo se wo de abrofo ye nhweso a baabi omo ye mfomso no nso so be ye mfomso baabi omo hwe ase no nso so be hwe ase abibifo a wo mo de abrofo eye nhweso ma nyamesom no aye mfomso wo kwan bebre so wo mo bi ene abibifo bi no mo a wo mo bompaye pa kati se nyame emfa wo mo nko abrochire se de be ya wo mo bekwa konya abrabopa na se nyame bie kwan ma wo mo no de wo mo ko abrochi mamu na so wo mo ko hu se enei abrofo pi nko asoria na wo ma gine wo mo wo fa nyame som ho no asesa na o ma hyase e ka se na minim kra se abrofo kra o mo nko asori before cry higher who be bremu a fanya me home. Me babro che no cry. Ma be who say a brofu pee, woman say, oh, my dad, ye, when yame home. And to me cry, me jai se me sum yame. Oh, when ya genia, a before do no, womutia bruti memono ewo. Senye se womo jai se womo kwa sorry biwa. Na womo jai se womo nsum nyame biwa. Asitira ne se womo di abrofo ene ye nhwesudie ma nyame som. Enu nti se abrofo jai se womo kwa sorry a womo soso enkwa sorry. Hey.
Action Power Faith Ministries of Penny Dr. Kokudazi Ephraim Enono Nenchire Yan Kwaje Kwan Kwasiada na panel so bia ho yen kasa fidie ne kasa foni so simsubium kwadra ene fiade nwumre no so na yato kaseado eso a Deputy Transport Minister ma Medro Kasafo Tofi na wagina ban no anemu ema buses ha 100 ne nsa asomo a ene ebeboa wakoni ebedie ensem ya ban ne hihye mu se obeto buses na etumi aboa yan enenti 300 no mayo madwen so obeto no mudi ahye Metro Mass Transit Limited ansa na ono ho so etumi de adijuma emu 100 ene edi kan ba amama me afotofi akogina mu agye no we eye buses a enipa aduonu nkron 29 betumi atena mu yesi emu no ubetumi a charge of phone so ne ade a otemu a kire se bibia ebekoye de amawo wo se ento ankosi August na fe November bosome wa fihimu ne de na 200 aka no mo de aba no so mo de beba 100 August 100 ba na November 100 so aba na chese 300 ni nyina aba bedwa e wo manyimu a ye de ebe so akoni abedie asen.
Egypt really went viral. That was when Ghanaians actually knew that the government was doing something like that. So when I came, I told Ghanaians that hope was coming and that the president is retooling the Metro Mass with 300 fleet of buses. But of course, some MPP bloggers downplayed it. They didn't believe it because they thought it was just one of those talking. So today is very important to me because actually the buses are here. Ghanaians will see and know that what the president promised, especially during his State of the Nation address. He did mention that 300 buses were coming and that it was going to come in trenches or in batches, that the first 100 will come by the end of March to the first week of April. And indeed, the buses will actually go here on time.
Honorable Dr. Safo Tofi, Swafo Abedi Chide, Yawasha, when you're bedin some son, Jinamo, 100 buses now, Babidru, no, or more. Na Professor Peter Corte, Penukan Jaffa Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, no, Chase, one more shemua, 1 more yeno, aqua copsi say. I am a for Enchebia, he be free 1 more enasiano. As a sabino, Eden Shishi, pa, a guaquemo. It's an say near me pee, and as I say, for fro yang. That say, uko and crofam marshal, and I say, Navias here, and to copy element of Nesonoa. And ma and near me pee, and coye, sick as some, and hoba quatrick, a cran as I say so. I am a friend near show must and never be a friend of fiscal discipline with her. Yahuni dear, it was sick as some, we say, I be free 1 more seno. Let us say, she be about better horse, young Tom Costona, yendi I am a French channel so I buy and shall 1 more seno, no fiscal discipline. Boy is sick as some, and I say, I buy no any muna de or mine ye here be a 1 for sika and cushim. And at the sense, almost a near ma or mine ye here and a dross or pa by any dear chira. I'm sure a cow well bore Emma. The swabber told my son and yasim to a fan or quine, a funnel, amenities ya would dry, a did juma or yam potamo, a janine beer in so, and then you may be a tessa so cool homes and free senior high school crowns or so 10 chain, and tea or no more dear one more catch that bino. Say, on my pepper your embremo, a far a quine breakfast on disca, I am a program that she. So Mokosua at 12 physical discipline, so dear, a bet to me a boy masika some. I bet you to ye dear man, yes, the economy and sha, a bessa cotamina dunkum.
All these things are happening. There's a lot of demands. I mean, as a developing country, there's so much demands on government to do more. But having said that, we also have to look at the people you want to make better. We want to make people's lives better. It's enshrined in the Constitution. So when there is a global situation, you cannot continue to say, I want to keep things as it is. Certainly, there should be some intervention. That's why, for me, touching the margins is good. So you are trying to strike a delicate balance. You're touching the margins, but you're also leaving the taxes. So you'll be able to maintain a delicate balance and be able to tackle some of the critical things, the investments, the capital expenditures, the roads, the recruitments, and all the other things.
We are Professor Peter Quartey, Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research. Ono ene panyin kwanchirefo edano. Na yatoswa Executive Director Edema Africa Center for Energy Policy. Wono moso hwe nyina mohodin FM. Na wura Benjamin Boache ene panyin kwanchirefo edra ekoya no. Womo so ehwe sane enei nyina mohodin anase fanwo bo ekosoro ewo wiase edwanwaso na ebenya sunsunso o man Ghana. Yanso ye fanwo hu dwade ye di ewo ha. Na no mo kire se Ghana fo ye na ye ho so. Esanse emre a edi animo no enye mrepa. Mra ansha fanwo bo bekosoro ama niam aka nso so o man mu bo akosoro. Esanse fi wo de yenya tutum pe bibia wo man mu no ebo ebemo ne santi en wono mo de wo so mo nhwehwe mu a wono mo ye no ma ihu se enche bia niam bo betimi akosoro en ahwe nyina mahoden fam nso a se ye ka da ho no mo se ye be 14.5 billion a eya de se no ye energy sector ho no onye nhwehwe ye pa ye de begu akwam no mo hwe na emu management a wo mo de be hwe meka ne bi medasoro no eno ne ye nti se bibi ne na se wiase dwama so fa ho kosoro de ye dane a o my Ghana ye nso bi be kan a wo mo susu se enche bia hwa niam abo e be hwirihwira kosoro.
Beyond, the impact on people, others also want to make big money. The industry players and the rest also want to make money. And they are always slow in reacting to the shifts that should happen. So you may have the market dictating the price, in the short to medium term, reducing it if we were lucky. But those who are supposed to cascade it, translate that into the lives of people, may not do it immediately. Goods and services are high. People are going to struggle. I mean, in our context, poverty will deepen because the cost of moving from one point to the other is going to increase. The cost of food is going to increase. And particularly in Africa, I mean, where we are more or less entering into rainy season, the rain-fed agriculture, people are going to plant their crops. If cost of fertilizer is high and is impacted, they are not able to crop on time and also use the required fertilizers. That has implication on cost of food, which cannot be raised even if you bring down the cost of petrol the next morning, right? So we will live with the impact for some time to come, and therefore countries need to prepare. People need to prepare how they survive within that medium term, impact to be sure that we all survive.
I was your for way and one more. One more shining on one doing some of me call my common one boom na one more to say. And near my way, one more able boss was sent near my boy ebe question no. A buying round Francis Shepa and work when one side by us and say we are say a German so no. Fang wobo a cost fango so and a kutani madro no and I say be a cora boomwa and have been soon so bonny way so ye quenny partner emo and sim.
This segment is brought to you by King's Home Studios.
Professor Yawo Adu Sakwadie, Professor Kese, Professor of Clinical Microbiology, Ken University, Suapono Emo. No one matter say ni GS science share who said, see a dear be ebedi kind Abba Mountain so and I said, one nipa bebre quite has Sabia me on say a dear way a yati atisa. A yard na one over to me who in Temnam share pomudi beguaquemo so. Adunti ena one mushe mo ewosa clinical microbiology mod one munza wastewater nature says Afia who dry film ko fie mu ene nnwuma wo dro mu eba no se wo ye nhwehwemu wo san suo ni mu a ebetumi aboa me hunu bibi san sesa bi obi adwade awie na ne ho ensuo no se omo ade kɔ emfidie mu ne ade a se yade bi wɔ nipa no ho a enya ndadie ma no fa nkwa ya sabia ebetumi awɔ nsuo nim saa mo nketenkete kɔfa yade bi saa ba ne betumi awɔ nsuo mu enti se omo yɛ nhwehwɛmu saa fa saa waste water no ho a omo betumi ahu yade bi a wɔ nipa ho a emise nipa no yɛnyam hunu yɛ yɛde bɛkɔ ya sabia na kyerɛ so omo aso ano ntem kora ansa na saa yade no abeti atesi omo so omo di kan ayɛ wɔn mo test bi ehun say hepatitis E na fei yade wa hodo bi a wo hu ewo yen waste water no emu a wo gidi yese so mo tokoso a bibi te se polio ene yade wa bi a aka no wonu betumi ehun ntem no manya no nso ano ansakora na aba bedru se nipa de kwa ya saba ye behu se yade wei ya do so nti enye bibi emfa wo mepe ne pomasibre ansa na agentere ha.
What is currently being talked about and being worked on is what we call wastewater surveillance. And what it is that all these microorganisms that cause diseases, that send people to hospital, and then we detect the presence of these microorganisms in the hospital. Currently, there are some approaches where these microorganisms can be detected in wastewater and the environment. So when you sample the environment, you'll be able to see the presence of these microorganisms. So then you get a good idea of the presence of these microorganisms before people get sick and get to hospital and they are found out. So knowing the pathogens or the microorganisms that are there can help you put in place some measures, okay, before disease actually break out in people.
Professor Yawo Adro Sakwade, a professor of clinical microbiology, KNUST, Suapono, a Mowe, and she pomudi guaquam sabi between sissing Yaria Duano and Sana, a babetia Tissasa Sancrofo. Na Yako Maya Tifodo from Wa, a manebo and a Sir White Volta River, Dawa, a Quiafo be a dear Domono by no moon food, ya one moon for a war and Chenchani and Diano. Say a braya drew so to Tosano. Ensuo no bufaso sanso na betwi dia fa nkrofo afuo no omumfudie so a sese ye ha adwen pa wo man yetifedo fam ho ukọ University of Technology and Applied Sciences a Professor Asa Mohammed ednani atofo hu sede e ekoso man yetifedo fam no aban na fa ne nansi fam anye bibia mfa hu ne yi a bekwakofa ade so akese ene dia ba se ye ma hwe no wo mo entwa faso bi afa mfa nsuo no ho a dane da nyina nso ne bebu afa no na betwa fa nipa adwuma so ntese ya so kwa activity from krankofo dodo no agya ikuayo bubu enua ton ne chese ejadua no ene won mu bubu eton sebe yom betumi anya bibi ade akọwo mu no wo mfudie no wo mfuo ne de eno na ensuo no etwi ede efa so no ene manime ni mprempren yi ebi wo hokora na ensuo ne bubu fa so sa no sebe agyanan bia ne ade wo ho nsuo tumi twi fa so na chese no so amaya de wa bi ate se de nam fi so de ba no nyina ka bo mo maye tifiro fam nipa dodro wo ho amane bone se won mo bre pa san se White Volta River no ebufa so.
If you look at the activities on the Volta, even if you just cross Burkina Faso, if I take one of the tributaries, that's the White Volta, and then it enters Ghana through the Sapelgada, the Boku side. If you just cross Burkina to the Burkina side, you see how the river is protected, and they call it the Nakambe. How the Nakambe is protected. You will be very surprised why just across Ghana, we cannot just learn from what is going over there. Trees are well planted along the Volta. If you go there, the river is more deeper, it's not silted. Animals don't go any part of the river to drink. There are designated locations for the river for animals to enter into the river. These are all measures to prevent siltation.
Professor Mohammed, a lecturer at University of Technology and Applied Sciences, and he said the main from Madeshe Woho and Breno, and no Munsembi Edward Atujano. Nayamra such a South District in Santemantemua, the Woo Adeshebusia, ya Wohono, and Womodia de dear Etrosante, Hineton for say to a baby and Nim, send many me, Womra Womasem was unsaid. One mahima a dribble as a one we be Eddie a shimo. Neso sono aquaquay and some peace and say, Adeshibusian at Nasa committee per home and penny for woman, which I said, woman you will be. Ya one neighbor to me, Hima. afei de omo nim de ekosi ye busua no mu ache ma bi akwa obi foforo nso firi bebi a womo so ono so betumi ade hima ne bia ma na ye ma yesei akwa ye ni ade ewo de wu ade hibusua ne mu a omo gidi ye sesante hini ne betumi aba mu aba behwe sei ko mu ye ene abotoye mu ebetumi aba omo benya womo hima so ewa asomdwe wu na no sai amankwa atia ene abusua pani ede ma wo mu a ode nsam hodo etudwa
sɛdeɛ mede ka kan yɛne nana frempɔn onya ni akonwa menene ne ɔba panyin ne jokas nyina ne tena ase ɛka asɛm no ɛma yɛ nyina gye tum sɛ akonwa bi a ɛbɛto fie hɔ no sɛ ɛyɛ busua panyin akonwa sɛ yɛ mma adwa yɛmfa ma bɛma fie ɛna aduka yɛ a wɔn gyina so abaa no ɛkɔtu nsɛm a nana frempɔn saa ta me ɔni akonwa deɛ but yɛfrɛ no nana yɛde kɔmaa no ɛma wɔgyeeɛ ɛnɛ aduru sɛ akonwa no da hɔ a yɛde bɛma ɔno a sɛ akɔfa onua baa sɛ ɔno na ɛmɛdi akonwa no ɛde yɛte hɔ yɛtwɛn sɛ abusua panyin bi ɔbɛfrɛ me maka kyerɛ me sɛ nnipa mmienu sɛ mmiɛnsa ɛna ɛbɛsrɛ yɛ wei na yɛnwene ho sɛ ɛsiane sɛ wo kurom ntim me na mete mu nti bi deɛ mete hɔ metwɛn sɛ mede hyeɛ no a yɛde kɔsrɛ yɛ no nti obi aka kyerɛ nam so ɔmmɔ mamanneɛ mente na sɛ wonte dia sɛ nyɛ sie nyɛ yie nam so bɛpɛ no mabisa no me frɛ no la ya wɔ mfa na bɛ fie hɔ so a da bia wɔyɛ busy nti mentwɛ kakra na ne ɔka yɛ a ɛyɛ wɔ mu ne sɛ wɔn deɛ wɔn yɛ kakapɛ na wɔnkye wɔn nto ne kɛtɛ so ɛde nti ama abusua no bu afu pa sɛ ɔno a wapere adeɛ bɛ fie yɛka efie kuro yi ɔhene a waboa ɔhempanyin na wawuo no ɛyɛ bembasini no ɔno na mampɔnhene ɛgye kuro yi sɛ ne dia no ɔsɔre gyinaeɛ adi atwe manso kɔdu supreme court ɛne nti yɛade sɛ deɛ yɛde to tumfo ani sɛ nadawoma yɛahyehyɛ to hɔ ɛna efie no yɛ mmiɛnsa nti yɛhu sɛ ɔno ɔbɛfa mmarima dwa na ɔde ne niba asa bɛdi mmaa dwa na kuro no ɛnte aseɛ abusua no ɛmpene so na kuroma no nso ɛmpene so nti ɔtumfo ɔdawoma wo na adeɛ no nyinaa yɛwo dea yɛntumi nsan wo ho nyɛ bibi na nanom a mutie bie ɛserɛ mo monkɔ yɛ mmoa na yɛnhwehwɛ mu na yɛ ɔtumfoɔ ɔna asatema ayɛ deɛ yɛde toɔ no ɔmfa nto mahwe bie mmra
oyoko ade hibusua ya womo dewu womo epanimpa busua pani na na wasa bankwatia ene tie no enu akira de sibusua no omo wodewu no wono so de nsam sei eto aso
ade srade a me srem panimfo ne enti me srem panimfo me sre nananom se omo kan ya enti me srem panimfo me sre otumfo na tena konwa so omo ahema adwa no eyefe ko miyansa na sebe omo ya de hye enti ya srem panimfo so omo hwe na de sene fata a sase ya de akonwa na na asomdwe bebedaw ha no omo nya ne sa pepepe ma ye nya asomdwe so se yepani no ayede no besoma mai ensoma busua nko a anya yiko busua nko a na besom dawman iti se asomdwe ama de oman ni asomdwe
na no ye sre no kuro no sebi wa medi ohene na ama ne ko busua obedi ohene no ma dawu kuro dua ni nyina enti so wo ye bibia na se no kwase ni oman no ahwehwe aso a ye sre ye ka wontie na so pema ahima adwa no aya ye ka no se adehye adwa no anya ba akofo de ya ba sre se nko no wadi ohena ahima adwa no so oman nkokwa akunu bo fie
ade hibusua ya womo dewu enho mo de sansam mo nyina atodwafa won mo hema akonwa ato na sese omunye obi ede ehyemu na soso akwakoye ensempi no ye twa ye ho ne agye aboafo nkrato ye ba ye kodwadi mu ensem
no kwasam se adwumasua ya ade a se wonsaka obia ntumi nkyem free wonsam eno nti enei se wopese wotu kwan kwa amonone ana otena oman Ghana mu eye adwumanya sika gu botom de a mekanfo St Augustine Heavy Machine Training Center de amount ko na onfa na wotwemienu pe enkyerɛ wo Caterpillar piloda any forklifter ebono ewo fom kra yewo Kumasi Askwa yeni Askwa police station no any dinhwe mu yesanso ben Askwa Children's Hospital tafwa Akoko Space Junction wa ubetumi afre St. Augustine Heavy Machine Training Center 0243860810 St. Augustine Heavy Machine Training Center. We are your last stop.
Hello there. I welcome you to Kino Computers, your one-stop shop with the perfect tech solution. At Kino Computers, we give you the best deals on quality laptops, phones, and accessories. Whether you're looking for a high-performance laptop for work, a reliable phone for staying connected, or the latest accessories like M.2, SSD, wireless mounts, ergonomic keyboard, and USB adapter to boost your productivity, we've got you covered. We also provide expert repair services as well as nationwide delivery on all our products. Visit us at Adum on the ground floor of the Abanaba Plaza near the Relish Health Shop for unbeatable prices and exceptional service. For more information, call us on 0248 137672. 0248 137672. Kino Computers, beyond your expectations.
For desktops, UPS, toners, and printers galore, Bell Enterprise has got it all, from CCTV cameras to office chairs that keep you in style at affordable prices that will make you smile. For schools, businesses, and individuals alike, we have what you will surely like. Contact us on 0245 099 786, 0245 099 786. Bell Enterprise. Shop with ease. Introducing the Smiling Shark Outdoor Solar Camping Light. A new modern way of lighting up your world. It's a powerful portable lamp with 2 modes of brightness, a strobe light, as well as a flashlight. You can power it through solar charging or Type-C charging. With a built-in high-capacity lithium battery, you can also use it as a power bank to charge up your mobile phone through USB. To purchase one, contact 055 051 5323 or 053 520 3534.
This is what mini wireless networks look like. But hey, this is what they actually look like. Introducing Kenny Rose Wireless. Switch to Kenny Rose Wireless and enjoy streaming without buffering, communication with no lagging, business without restrictions, and achievements with no limits. Get connected today. For enquiry, sales, and support, contact us on 020-8282-810. Visit our website on www.kennyrosewireless.com. Kenny Rose Wireless, internet made easy.
Download the AP Media app now at apmediagh.com/app. It is currently available for Android devices. Coming soon to Play Store and App Store. This segment is brought to you by Tizo Aluwex.
Yemoni abwafo wo mo so yasen ma ye de onudwo kase yi ebe so wo mo krato ena ye kwaje ye do na ye to so e wo dwade ensem a National Policy Dialogue akoso Emma Center for Social Justice wonomo epenim podium menim Professor Alex Menu eguso a wonomo ebo eye aban no so sebe obetumi ehyehyehye pegu akwam a ebema basika sam obia etumi enyemu chefa enko kemia efa ba ko bia de fra ne say informal sector ma madwadefo ne papa madwadefo ya wonomo edi dwa no esese o man hyehye pa de begu akwam fa sika sam no eno so etumi eka wo mo bi wonomo aseba mo ka ene se nei adwadefo kwa kwaje bosia interest rate ye da so enye asemkuma sanso ena se ba no collateral sam so na form efa ma adwadefo yi eno eho asem no mo ka se sesa ban no de hyehye pa gu akwam mu a womo a formal sector no enya bibifa e wosika sem mu fa ban ne hyehye mu no na kire se informal fo no so enya bibipa e de efiri mu se aban no ye ne ntoto ne hyehye yi a ebetumi aboa ma enwuma emfa ho ne womo a ewo dwamo ye ma madwadefo ne papa madwadefo mu nyina no ebetumi enya mfasode e de efira ban ne hyehye ho san hwehwe mu a womo ye womo hwe ne hu se womo betumi aboaboa aniema a womo benya womo gidie se aban no fa sa kwan no so ebetumi aboa no ombe boabo asa framework ni nyina no na National Policy Dialogue kese pa no bekoso wankrampuni mantam no omudom hwehwe mu no sunsun so bekwa koma ban no ma hwe animu sa ban no betumi ahwe diso na etumi aboa dwadie ensem.
The challenge of the bureaucracy and then the unavailability of what they call collaterals. And if they have the money to build collaterals, they wouldn't be coming for the loans in the first place. So if you talk about access, there is that challenge. And then after that, awareness. Sometimes there are packages that are available for the informal sector to be able to access, but they don't know about them.
Professor Alex Menu ene de sansam we atudwa fa kwan ye befa so na sikasam bibia betumi akoyie ede ama echedifo ye maamenom ne ye papa mo ye ko amanhodo so ensem.
This segment is brought to you by Desat Solutions.
American company Donald Trump ede atudwa se wonomo ehwe ma ukọ Iran uranium a wonomo ewo wo nsase mu no wo kotu na wo de aba America so asase so ewo kwan boko so ochire se nye ntokwa sanse entini wa shokwa ma no hom no so ewo US ni Israel wo so Iran fo eso ni nyina no efese eniema Iran fo betumi ede aye wo mo akonde akese no mbetu ase ede afi Iran se be ya ema won mo nya bibia mo begina so de aye sa akode no yenu mo so edi mo akotenti se ya won che so mo do mo sa shanti ase se wo mo hwa nchinwa show na no abrase no botai titire penti a US focus so asa abokon yi ene say uranium yi nam so ma American company Donald Trump say wo mo den hyehye egu akwan mo ne Tehran ena ekosa adwenkuro yi mu ekohwe ne mu say uranium na wo Iran no wono mo betumi tuo no mo de aba America eman no emu asem yi a America mampani akan Iran fo mpanifo nyambe ka hwe emfa ho se eyampa so makọ agreement no anasesen na sam no etie no se ne America mampani won de odi etu dwa no kwan boko so won mo hwe no makọ akotu uranium oso mo betu ni nyina e de free Iran man ni mo e de aba America.
Now, U.S. President Donald Trump says Washington and Tehran are very close to a peace deal. He claimed that Iran had agreed to hand over its enriched uranium, which is a key sticking point in negotiations. Hear this out.
Very important is that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon, and they've agreed to that. Iran's agreed to that, and they've agreed to it very powerfully. They've agreed to give us back the nuclear dust that's way underground because of the attack we made with the B-2 bomber. So we have a lot of agreement with Iran, and I think something's going to happen very positive.
Now, later at an event in Las Vegas, Trump said that the war in Iran is going swimmingly and that it should be ending pretty soon.
I will say the war in Iran is going along swimmingly. We can do whatever we want, and it should be ending pretty soon. It was perfect. I mean, it's perfect. It was the power we have. Our military, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world. I built it 4 years, my first 4 years.
Hey, America mampani Donald Trump. They say be a walk cano, emubi and no mukfano, and they say mukofa, uranium, a free Iran mind more, a more, and sasano a so. Ejina sanse misune de enkase ni nyinasi akwanews.apbdgh.com osa ebekebi Facebook and YouTube handle ni APTVGH sanso na TikTok Instagram and na X interfide ni APmedia_GH enyumere mo so for boss lady Afia chem Agyemang na mede kase mu nsam ebesomo na eyefiada enti no so Dr. Kukudazi efemine nkyerɛkyerɛ nkwaje kwan si misu biomo no enne beba wakwan mu enti anu agye retie bi ewo yenkasa fide so madam nyina mase ama momo ene hwe ene tie